I would like to accept the person na yun nga, he's not flawless, even though he would be capable of doing it again.
So you will accept someone who is a liar and a deceiver?
Welcome everyone to another fun IndieCo debate where we will tackle the question, is it possible to find true love online?
Ang question ko lang kasi na-mention mo yung sa intimacy and physical touch kailangan sa relationship. So, as I said on my story na I didn't fall in love with her agad-agad naman. Like when I met her. Crush lang. Na-develop lang siya after 8 months. And intimacy is not just physical touch. It can be like deep talks, connecting each other online, and like planning your future, sharing your values. Actually, mas na-develop nga kasi we share the same values and interests. And I didn't know there are metrics pala when it comes to true love. Like Jean said, with the triangle of passion and intimacy, it is required. Kasi every person has different meaning when it comes to true love. Yung iba nga, may kaya, pumapatol sa mahirap. Ibang maganda, pumapatol sa hindi naman ganang kagwapo. Ang question ko lang is, what's your personal definition when it comes to true love? Hindi siya based sa reference ng ibang professor or anything. Like, personal lang.
Okay, I like your question. But first of all, I just want to clarify that I don't remember myself highlighting intimacy in my previous argument. But I do believe in Jean that it's also a need in healthy relationships. Anyway, to answer that, for me, true love, kinikilig ako. Wow. True love is feeling like you're home. You don't have to pretend to someone. You don't have to put those filters on for you to be accepted by the one you love. And I'm so happy with the person I'm with right now. Because yung mga insecurities ko, he made me feel confident about it. And I can really say that what we have right now is true love.
My definition of true love is actually the same thing as what I've read. The reason why I have this knowledge is because I read. It's because I give homage to those people who come before me to discover those things. Kasi I understand that we have to define what we are or what we feel on our own. But then, in order for us to determine the correct emotion that we have or that we feel, we have to at least get an outside opinion or outside facts or information. Kasi you cannot say that what you feel is right by just saying na totoo yun, na tama yun. Para kang naniwala sa sarili mo kasi sinungalingan. Hindi ko sinasabing sinungaling ka or may sinungaling kang sinabi. But you have to find references in order for you to understand what you feel. So if you're gonna ask me what my definition of true love is, number one is a-accept ako ng buong buo. Actually, yun lang eh. To be honest, yun lang. Yung tatanggapin ako yung buong pagkatao ko ng buong buo. And that, para sa isang tao na tanggapin ako ng buo at para sa isang tao na tanggapin ko yung buo, I need to be intimate to that person on a deeper level. When I say intimacy again, it's about bonding. It's about connectedness. And you cannot connect to someone kung hindi mo alam yung pinagdadaanan na turing niyang character all throughout his or her life. You can only define a character of a person again kung nasa bottom siya ng buhay niya at kung siya ay nasa top. Kung anong nasa gitna niya, yun yung manifestation ng character niya. Yun yung mediocrity ng buhay niya, manifestation yun ng character niya. So yung peak ng character niya o yung true identity niya, makikita mo yun kung siya nasa euphoria at kung siya ay nasa bottom ng buhay niya. In order for me to accept someone and to be accepted by someone, kasama dun yung sexual consummation. Kasi like what I mentioned earlier, you will not stay, or ewan ko kung ikaw, ewan ko sa inyo, but I will not stay in a relationship that I'm not satisfied sexually. I will not spend the rest of my life or years with a person satisfying myself and satisfying him. It has to be a two-way street. And that is passion. In any physical or any manifestation of long-term relationships. And lastly, commitment. Yun nga, yung sinasabi ko kanina, in order for me to be accepted by a person and to accept someone, I have to commit to that person. Whether to maintain the love, whether to be truthful and loyal, whether to never leave that person's side through sickness and in health. Kasi kahit di ka naman kasal, pwede mong ipangako yun eh. Through commitment, you have to be committed.
I have a question for Elisa. You said a while ago that looking for a potential partner online is a safer way to do it. But how can you guarantee that, given that there are a lot of love scams that's been happening recently, and there are a lot of victims talaga who suffers trauma from it? Because in their part, they're looking for true love. Especially since the pandemic, they're on the hunt for genuine love, and they're hoping na maybe makakita nila yun online. But then, it's just one-sided. The other person doesn't want true love, but it turns out na they just want to shell out money from that person. So how can you guarantee that it's safe to do it online?
Alright. Thank you so much, Cody, for the question. Thank you, Miss Universe pala. So first, there's like two meanings to the safe that I mentioned. Like safe na parang it's a safe way na parang medyo hindi ka masyadong nag-risk. And the other safe is like safe siya as in for the health. Because of COVID, so yun yung isang safe. So yun, I will address yun. Yung safe na, ayun, hindi masyadong risky. So yeah, you have a point there. But for example, for me, when you go to a dating app, for example, online, so you have to make it clear. Like, I think it also happens naman in traditional dating. You have to both make it clear, not you, yourself, sa sarili mo, and to your significant other or your potential partner, what you're actually looking for. Because sometimes there's this popular belief that when we go to, dating apps, we're just looking for something casual, not that serious. And I think that's a caution that we have when we're looking for potential partners online. But I think it can be addressed just like in the traditional way. You have to both make it clear what you're both looking for. Like the moment you start talking pa lang, you have to say na, oh, I'm just looking for something casual, or okay, I'm looking for something serious. So if you're not on the same spectrum, then let's end this conversation already and let's just, swipe away with other potential partners. So in a way, I think taking the risk is not just online. So it's also a risk that happens in a physical, traditional way. So hindi siya masyadong different for me. Kasi ngayon, pareho yung risk na tinitake mo. Kasi ngayon, you're making yourself vulnerable. You want to let other people in your heart. And so yeah, if you are looking for something serious, then ayun, simula pa lang. Just like a consumer, kailangan mong maging mabusisi. Parang if you're already seeing red flags, then you already have to first consult the person, talk to him, which you can do online then. And if you see it's not really going anywhere and you already see na it's a red flag, then you have to end it na.
I think what Cody is getting at is when it comes to the usage of word safe. Kasi there are a lot of victims of love scams online. And I think that's what Cody is actually getting at. You mentioned the word safe, and what Cody is asking is that how sure are you that the specific person na kausap mo ngayon is safe? I understand that you can ask questions, but if that person wants to lie, wala kang magagawa dun. So, what are your safeguards on that manner?
So, I think, honestly, for me, it's not just happening online. It actually happens like in a physical way. For example, when your partner takes advantage of you or he's like just using you for money. So, I think honesty goes both ways. So, you have to build the trust. So, it's also your responsibility to, you have to, yung sabi ko kanina, maging mabusisi ka. So, I know that, it's possible to find love online, but you don't have to, just give your, 100% or your entire self already. Kasi, ganun naman sa relationship, you have to build it slowly. You have to, really know the person. Kasi nga, you're already looking at love. So, you're trying to see it in a, long distance thing. So, yeah, in the safeguard sense, if you want to find love, so you can video chats, for example, or kung hindi, yung call kasi yun nga, pwede pa siyang tamper with. But for example, yung video, you can see naman if the video is tampered with. For example, if hindi nagmamatch yung voice dun sa video, then he's probably using the video of someone else. So yun, there are many ways or to ask for evidence if you want to find out the truth.
Yes, I understand what you're trying to say. Ang gusto mo iparating is that you have to be careful and you have to be laktumbam na mabusisi. You're good na tama yung sinabi mo na video calling is one thing. But what if the person itself is the one na manloloko? You don't know eh. Well, if you're online, you have no idea if that person is telling the truth or if that person is lying. You have no idea. So my question here is, given that you don't know this person personally, you don't know this person physically, the only thing you know about him is what he presented to you online, what he told you online, or kung ano yung story ang binigay niya sa'yo, pinakain niya sa'yo. My question here is, ano yung other mong safeguards or ano pa yung pwede mong gawin para malaman mo na siya talaga yun?
Wait lang, yung question mo ba is parang what if, parang kuwari, ako yung naghanap no love, pero ako din yung parang medyo naglalay, ganun?
Let's say for example, tayong dalawa, nagkakilala tayo sa Tinder
Oh my
or
God.
sa Tantan or sa Grindr, whatever. Tapos ako gwapo ko, okay, gwapo mo, so nabitan mo ako. Pagkabitan mo sa akin, edi ano ka, bet na bet mo ako. And then kinuha ko yung trust mo. Ilang buwan tayo magkausap, kinuha ko yung trust mo. And then after a few months, nangutang ako sa'yo. Tapos nangutang ako ulit sa'yo. Tapos bigla na lang ako nawala. So what's your safeguard for that? Kasi that can possibly happen, and that had happened in the past. So according to the FTC, from 2016 to 2020, just in the United States, $304 million ang na-love scam sa mga Americans. So that being said, in just 4 years, from 75 million rather, umangat siya, hindi lang double, hindi lang triple, nag-$304 million siya. Ibig sabihin, there are a lot of people who's taking advantage of that very technology that you're saying na nag-grow for their own advantage. Not just by saying they want love, but to take money from other people.
So online dating is in a way shallow. Some have liked the person or decided to message him or her simply because they have nice pictures, a great feed on Instagram, or a quirky bio. We see that in dating apps such as Tinder and Bumble, where it's simply a matter of swiping left or right depending on looks, diba? So what's your thoughts on that? And how could it still be true love if it's so shallow in the first place? Because like again, you're not sure hindi naman genuine self since online lang.
Medyo shallow nga. So, hindi mo dapat i-consider na love agad yung, like early stage. Pag nakita mo siya, like say sa Tinder, na-attract ka, crush mo siya, uy, ang ganda. E di swipe mo. Pero hindi mo pa siya love nun. Like, crush mo lang. Made-develop yun after you had a deep conversation, after you share mga interest niyo sa isa't isa. And mas maganda nga if mag-meet kayo physically para mas makilala niyo isa't isa. Pero para sa akin nga, ayun, ulit-ulitin ko na you cannot be in love at the early stage. Kailangan kilalanin mo muna. Kasi shallow talaga ang social media.
So now, the negative theme, we have a question for you. So online dating opens doors for numerous opportunities to meet new people. And like Ali mentioned a while ago, with the advancement of technology, we can now video call people and interact with them almost like as if we're face-to-face right now, like what we're doing in this video call. And so let's say you met a person online and you started to really like that person after talking to each other on chat, video call for a while. But you can't meet due to lockdowns, the distance, similar to Mickael's situation. Do you still think it's not possible to find true love online?
Okay, let's put it this way. How sure are you that I am telling you the truth right now? Ali, can you try to answer in a short answer, ha? How sure are you that I am telling you the truth right now?
Not at all.
Okay.
I'm not sure
okay.
if to say the truth.
Okay, so that's it. You guys, kayong lima, hindi nyo alam kung sinasabi ko sa inyo totoo, kung pinagloloko ko lang kayo. Pinagtitirpan ko lang kayo. Walang nakakaalam dito. Ako lang. Pag sinungalingan ka ng tao na yun, no problem. I mean, yes problem pala. Kung pag sinungaling ka ng tao na yun, all the problem in the world. Kasi kahit mag-video call kayo niyan, or magkita kayo niyan in person, kung gusto ka niyang pagsinungalingan ka niya. That's my point. Kasi kayo, you only know what I told you. And that's the same thing when it comes to social media. Ngayon magkakaharap tayo, pero hindi niyo ako kilala personally. So you only know what I want you to know. So, yeah.
Ako naman, I agree with Jean because even though given that restrictions due to lockdowns, pandemic, ayoko magmura. But I hate this COVID-19. Ayun, I think it's really impossible to build relationships online. Kahit na lagi kaming nag-uusap, araw-araw, nag-video call, because you're not sure if I'm really showing the true me. Maybe what you're seeing now is the top layer of my skin, but I don't have any plans of revealing my genuine self to you because sino ka ba? I just met you online. How can I trust you?